Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, guys. Celtic Warband here, and today I am bringing you another subscribers battle replay submitted by James the Great. And this is a very, very quick battle, but I don't really have too much time today, so this quick battle that he sent me today is a perfect one. So it's only about 4 minutes long, and it's really due to how effective they were on the battlefield. So I'm going to just put it on pause for now while we take a look at the army comps, and then we'll get started with the battle. So looking at James the Great, he's actually playing as the Lakhmids. You guys know that that's one of the factions I favor for Total War Attila. I find that they're really, really effective in open land battles if you can get some good cav. So he's got a lot of Dune Lancers in the front. It looks like 5 units of them. And then he has a ton of these Tanukhid ambushers. I think 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 units of Tanukhid ambushers. Really cost-effective, very, very high attack and melee damage. Just low defense, so you got to watch out for cav charges. And I think he's got his general's bodyguard over here, maybe his bodyguards, and then he's got a unit of rebellion militia too, so he's probably just had some cash left over. And his ally here is playing as the White Huns, so a lot of noble steppe cataphracts. He's bringing some Zionite spears. He's also got some Dune Warriors. Steppe tribes people as well. It's a pretty linear infantry-based faction. There's not a lot of diversity, but the steppe warlord is here, so hopefully he'll get some kills. And he's got some Heptalite chargers. They got some pretty awesome shields too, the little squarish rectangular ones. That's kind of cool. And then he's got some archers as well. I think only just 1 unit of them, though. And then, more noble steppe cataphracts on this side. And looking at the defenders, they've kind of grouped their infantry together, and then they've got separate cav on each flank. So looking at the Western Romans, he's got some Scolae Gentiles. Nice cav. And it looks like he's bringing some elite Ballistariae, about 4 units of them. Then he's got some cohors, and in the front line he's got some Limitanae bodyguards, or border guards, sorry. And then his general's back here. Palatina guards. Very nice. And then more towards this side is the Franks, so elite Germanic spearmasters. He's got some elite Germanic archers. Royal Instrucciones. I don't know how that is actually pronounced, but he's also got some Francisca Hairband, some good axe units, and then his cav with his general is way over here. So he's got the Frankish general, then he has 4 units of noble Germanic horsemen. So yeah, we'll go ahead and put this on play, and the Tanukhids are really hopefully going to take advantage of their surprise deployment. And the White Huns are moving forwards very quickly as well. Yeah, a lot of these Tanukhid ambushers and the Desert Cav, they actually have Vanguard deployments, so they can pretty much deploy wherever they want. As long as it's obviously not inside the deployment zone of the enemies. But the Frankish cav is actually pulling back. I guess he doesn't really favor that position. He wants to maybe move back a little ways near his axe units. But then it looks like he looks like he's changing his mind. He's actually might just be going in. And we've got a wedge formation by the Tanukhids charging into the Franks. Yeah, that's going to be a good charge. He's got some more of the horsemen moving forwards. More of the Germanic horsemen charging in as well. But the Tanukhids are committing their ambushers as well, so they're really going to tear apart that cav. You can see that already a couple of them are quite depleted, and the general is engaged. Now looking over here, there's also an explosive battle between the White Huns and the Western Roman Empire. Now the White Huns, as you can see, are just tearing apart this cheaper Western cav, already breaking one of the units with the help of the Dune Warriors. So that's a tough sight to see. That's really going to affect the late game, with the enemies losing all of their cav very, very quickly on. So they've lost all their mobility. The Western Romans are moving up their archers. They're going to try to utilize them as best as they can.
The enemy is going for our general. Protect him.
But it's going to be tough to come back from that. You can see that some of the Francisca Hirban has been pushed into the battle, but is broken almost instantly. And we've got some cav charges into the Frankish swords over on this flank as well. Yeah, we got the ambushers moving in. Very, very nice and very quick engagement as well. Let's turn this to slow motion. There's already only a minute and 25 left, so taking a look at the surprise attack, this went very well for the Tanukhids. They pretty much destroyed all of the Frankish cav on this flank, as well as their axe units. He's pretty much down to his Germanic spearmasters and some archers. Now, looking over at the White Huns, the Tanukid general actually receiving a little bit of... actually giving a little bit of help by wrecking the elite Ballistariae. But a lot of the infantry for the Western Roman Empire is engaged against the steppe tribes people. So that is looking really good, but unfortunately, I just don't think they have enough with losing all of their cav like that so quickly on. Now, in prolonged melee, the Romans will definitely win this engagement, but they've lost all of their calves, so any rear charges from the White Hunnic cav would be devastating. They've got a spear and a sword unit kind of holding back the flood of White Huns that are coming around the flank, but it's not going to be enough. And looking over on this side, the Franks have all but been destroyed as quickly as that. Excellent, excellent use of the Tanukid ambushers. That's what they're for. They're for quickly throwing the enemy into kind of a disarray or confusion, and then following it up with some really deadly cav strikes as well. But these archers are not going to stand a chance. Oh, man. That's tough to see. Lead Germanic archers just getting destroyed. So this flank is pretty much wrapped up. The Western Roman Empire is holding on as best as it can, but it's even getting outflanked by the White Huns. The general's bodyguard trying to stay out of archer fire. And how are we looking over here? Looks like some of the spears are starting to break to the Warriors. They are pretty heavily armored, so they should be a good matchup for the cheaper Western Roman infantry. Yeah, but even if the UA Warriors break, they're pretty much without any form of calves, so that has definitely given them the upper hand in this battle. You can see, starting with pretty even numbers, but it's 3,500, almost 3,600 to 780, so that's quite a big difference. You can see some of the White Hunnic cav coming in behind the border guards, just knocking a couple of them down and sending the rest into a panic. And if we look upwards over there, the Franks have pretty much broken off the battlefield, so that's a tough sight to see if you're a Roman. You look back, you're expecting the Franks to be holding the flank, and they've just broken, and at that point, the Western Romans break as well. So very, very decisive victory. Not very close at all, but I think it was all due to the excellent play between the two attacking players. So this replay was submitted by James the Great. Thank you very much. He submitted a lot of good replays for me. And the White Hunnic player was Max Laser, and he's also been a subscriber of mine. And thanks very much to the enemies for playing as well, Thu and Vicious. I had fought Vicious in another battle, so I had seen him, but not Thu, so welcome to my channel. Let's look at James the Great. His Tanukhid ambushers doing excellent. One of them getting 310 kills. That's really good. And the Dune Lancers doing well. General's Bodyguard doing well. The White Huns really cleaning up the Western Romans with their cav, so 311 by this steppe cataphat. But even their UAR warriors and steppe tribesmen did really well, and their 2 units of UAR archers, they did okay. Looking at the Franks, they really suffered. It was an extremely small army. I think it was expensive. I know that the Royal Anstriciones are pretty pricey, and the Francisca Heerband are decently pricey as well as the Germanic Spearmasters, but just not enough kills. Look at the size difference against, coupled with the surprise attack of the Tanukhids. It was hard for them to kind of bounce back from that. And then Vicious against Max Laser. A lot of his infantry really suffered. It didn't get the amount of kills that it needed. He lost his cav really early on, and his archers didn't have any time to get kills because the White Huns were engaging right into melee, and his infantry barely got any kills. So I think it was just the surprise attack. Maybe if they had more time to kind of skirmish the White Huns and Tanukhids down, it would have been a different story. But thanks very much for watching, guys. I know it's a really short battle, but I'm on a string of 12-hour shifts, so I'm pretty tired. But this was an epic battle nonetheless, even though it was done so quickly. So thanks very much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to see more Attila content in the future. And as always, I will see you in the next one.